Women are just now finding out that a high carb diet is more effective for helping you lose body fat than a high protein diet. So I am a professional nutritionist and I've helped thousands of women melt their body fat without counting calories or taking supplements. And I am going to teach you step by step what is going on and why we now know that a high carb diet is superior for helping women lose body fat. So it all starts with the thermic effect of food. So there are different things that will affect a woman's metabolism. There is something called non-exercise activity thermogenesis that I've covered in a previous video. I can teach you how to raise your metabolism that way. There is your basal metabolic rate, which is very hard to raise, so I would not work on that because you'd have to get really cold. And then there is your exercise, which does almost nothing. So exercise doesn't really help burn a lot of calories. And then you have something called the thermic effect of food. This is how many calories it requires your body to break down what you're eating. So for a very long time, women were told if you want to lose weight, you want to have a very high protein diet. Why? Because of the thermic effect of food. If you were to eat protein, it's essentially like eating 30% fewer calories because it has a very high thermic effect of food. It requires your body's a lot of energy just to break it down so you can use it for energy. But this only applies as the number one source for losing body fat if you neglect all three carbohydrates. So the three carbohydrates are starches, sugar, and dietary fiber. One of these three that when a woman eats has essentially an infinite amount of thermic effect because it doesn't matter how much energy your body puts into it, it can never break it down. And what we forget when we are trying to lose weight is that the only way you should lose weight is the easy way to lose weight. And the easy way to lose weight is simply to stuff your face all day. So you don't have to worry about how many calories you're eating. You don't have to worry about eating this thing or that thing. You just have to focus on eating a lot more nutrient-dense whole foods that help to melt body fat. These are called anti-inflammatory foods, and when you combine them with water, they create something called anti-obesity effects. Some of these foods that come from these carbohydrates are whole fruits. In fact, if you were to follow an anti-inflammatory protocol, you could do that using only whole fruits. It's 100% natural. Literally anyone can do it. And I can teach you to do it for free. I have a whole video that explains exactly how to do it. So if you want that video, I put it on the screen here. Just put in your first name, put in your email address, and I'll send you the link to the PDF with the fruits you want to eat, along with a YouTube video that walks through step by step exactly how you can get rid of all that inflammation in as little as 3 days naturally. Why does this work? Because you're going to eat the right dietary fiber. Dietary fiber you can eat an unlimited amount of, and it will be impossible to make you fat. The problem with saying that carbs make you fat is that you're lumping all of the carbs together. Dietary fiber and sugar are very different. And most people don't even realize that dietary fiber is a carbohydrate. But when you combine starches, sugar, and dietary fiber all together, they have a lower thermic effect of food than protein. But when you just look at dietary fiber, that is the thing that is going to help regulate your insulin response. It has the highest satiety out of any food you could eat. Why? Because you can eat an unlimited amount of it without gaining weight, and when you mix it with water, you have anti-obesity effects. It means the more of it you eat, the more body fat you lose. And the best part is it also helps to reduce inflammation. You can check that out by clicking that link and then going that. You can have it for free. It doesn't cost you anything. But which ones are these and what makes these have these effects? So there is something called soluble and insoluble fiber. Soluble fiber does have a thermic effect of food because we can digest it slightly. It's the thing that makes like the goop inside of your poop. It binds everything together. But you also want to have something called insoluble fiber. You want both of them. Insoluble fiber is going to create a whooshing effect inside of your intestines. That's why when combined with water, this actually works. Water will actually go into your intestines and it'll help to clear out a chronic inflammatory condition known as leaky gut. Leaky gut is the #1 cause for inflammation in women, and you can cure this naturally. You don't have to take any supplements at all. And it blows my mind that people are thinking like people go to school for nutrition and they say you should take supplements. Why? You can easily get all the nutrition you need from natural whole food sources. There's no reason why you should be taking protein powders in order to try to hit your macros if you're trying to lose body fat. If you're trying to lose body fat, you should only do it the easy way. The easy way to lose weight is when you physically change your cravings. And you do that by eating more of the right nutrient-dense foods in the right amounts at the right times, and then the microbes that do a good job breaking that down will reproduce and repopulate and physically change your cravings. You already know the opposite of this is true, because if I were to tell you to let's say I wanted you to eat a donut at 10 a.m. every single day. Eventually, you start to physically crave eating that donut because you're eating a donut every day. And this happens with all junk food. You start eating junk food and you're like, wow, I eat the junk food. I feel like I crave eating more of it. What's going on? The microbes that do a good job breaking it down are going to reproduce and repopulate, and that's a very easily digestible food. So it's going to happen very rapidly. You're going to start to crave it very quickly. When you have foods that have the right dietary fiber that will actually have these anti-obesity effects, that fiber is what your microbes will eat, and those will reproduce and repopulate. The key with this is that you want to eat the right ones. It's not all fruits. You want to eat something called whole fruits. And what's really surprising is that I thought fruits were only the things that have a bunch of sugar in them. Like grapes are a really good example of an anti-obesity food. I had a client that lost over 100 pounds of body fat because she made half of what she ate grapes. Green grapes. I'm blanking on what this exact kind is all. It's on that list inside of there. You can just grab it from that PDF. But those grapes, when mixed with water, made her feel so full that she ended up eating fewer calories, and the dietary fiber in there made her the fiber and the sugar made her physically crave eating more natural sugar. If you crave eating natural sugar, then you don't crave eating processed garbage. The thing about eating these anti-obesity whole fruits is that they are physically impossible to overeat. Think about it. Have you ever met anyone in your life, or you, for example, have you ever been freaking starving and then you ate 10 apples? No, it literally never happens. Nobody's like, man, I'm so freaking hungry. I want to eat 10 apples. You can't even binge on it if you tried. Why does that happen? Because of these anti-obesity effects, specifically when mixed with water. So if you are interested in getting an anti-inflammatory protocol in order to get more of these right carbohydrates in your diet, you can just click the link and you could get that 100% free. I hope it helps you. We've had clients lose over 50, over 100 pounds of body fat without taking supplements or counting calories. And if you are interested in joining my full program, you will have your results 100% guaranteed without supplements, without counting calories. But if you follow our guidance and it doesn't work, you will get a full 100% refund. Plus, I will pay you an additional $2,000 cash back on top of the refund if our guidance doesn't work. Spoiler alert, it works. But you need to apply in order to get in. Obviously, we have a very low acceptance rate because of our ridiculous guarantee. But if you do get in, it'll be the last program you ever need to join. If you are interested in that, just comment info, and I'll reach out, and we can see if you're a good fit. If you're not interested, or if you're living paycheck to paycheck, just grab that free anti-inflammatory protocol. And even if you're not living paycheck to paycheck, get the help for free. Do that first. See that I know what I'm talking about. Try it. And then see that eating more foods from nature is the best way to lose weight. And then if you are interested in my full coaching program, comment info, and I can reach out. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Love you all. Thanks for watching.